Today I'm going to talk about the Van's RV-12 light sport aircraft. This is one of the aircraft on my short list for what plane I should build next. So to continue on with the aircraft on my short list of planes that I'm considering to build, today I want to discuss the Van's aircraft RV-12. Van started shipping the RV-12 kits way back in April of 2008. The first customer-flown aircraft hit the skies in 2009, and Van started building factory aircraft in 2013. So far, there are over 800 Van's RV-12s flying in the United States. From what searches I can find, I'm not sure I'm coming up to that number, so that may actually be 800 flying worldwide. The specs of the RV-12 were designed to exactly match the old FAA light sport criteria. With MOSAIC now throwing that old set of rules out the window, this aircraft is still built to match the old light sport rules. With this in mind, this aircraft has a gross weight of 1,320 pounds, just under 120 knot top speed, 2 seats, and it has fixed gear. The RV-12 has a 20-gallon fuel tank, which gives you a fast cruise range of just over 500 nautical miles. The advertised empty weight of an RV-12 is about 775 pounds, and that's from the Van's aircraft website. Just doing some online research, it looks like with a full IFR panel, high-end paint job, and depending on how you trim out the interior of the aircraft, you could get a little closer to 800 pounds as an empty weight. This will give you an effective useful load of between 520 and 545 pounds. If you have the tank is full with 20 gallons of fuel, this gives you 420 pounds for passengers and baggage. For the aircraft I'm considering, this is the lowest useful load among them. And continuing with the specs, the RV-12 takes off in 700 feet, lands in 525 feet, and has a 1,000 foot per minute climb. In reading up on the RV-12, it is said to be very responsive on the controls, have typical Van's aircraft feel. Like other light sport aircraft, it can be rough when flying in choppy air due to the light wing loading. I have not flown an RV-12, so I really can't say from first-hand experience. The RV-12 has a couple of unique design choices that I thought I would mention. One is the wings are removable, which can be done with 2 people in 10 to 15 minutes. If you go to the Van's website, they actually have a little video you can watch of them removing and then reinstalling the wings. Another feature is the fuel tank is inside the cabin in the luggage area. This limits the size of the storage there. I'm sure it was done for weight and balance, but some people are not real keen on that, but it's something I would point out. Another feature is the pilot sits slightly ahead of the wing to give you excellent forward visibility and down, more than traditional aircraft, low-wing aircraft, where the pilot sits more on top of the wing. Due to this, the step is actually in front of the wing when you're boarding the aircraft. The only engine options for the RV-12 is the 100 horsepower Rotax 912. The IS fuel-injected engine is the current engine, but the plane started out using the 912 ULS carbureted version. Pricing for the RV-12 is different from most other manufacturers because you can purchase everything including the engine, avionics, and interior from Van's. The total kit cost for all the kits, a basics avionics package, the engine and prop total at $129,100. If you opt for an IFR package, which is a Garmin G3 system, this adds another $25,000 to your price. Paint, of course, is an additional cost. It can vary from $4,000 for a do-it-yourself job up to whatever you want to pay. I'm having my plane painted at Evoke Aviation, so I pulled up their price list, and they're currently listing $31,450 for an RV-12 paint job. Now that would be absolute overkill for this aircraft in my mind, just because of the price range. But it would be a really nice paint job. And I know they've done at least one because I've seen them advertise it on Facebook after it was finished. Beautiful aircraft, lots of hours of labor, and way beyond what you probably need for an RV-12. The van's website also has a lot of pictures and options. I'll throw a few up here. So you can choose your interior colors and fabrics and your seatbelt colors and that sort of thing. The timeline for kit delivery from vans ranges from 4 weeks for the empennage kit, 16 weeks for the wing and fuselage kit, and up to 21 weeks for the engine to ship. This is a graphic from vans showing the interior dimensions for the RV-12. It shows a width of 41.5 inches in the shoulders, which is where it matters. This is slightly wider than the width of a Cessna 172, but is narrower slightly than the Sling 2, which is 44 inches wide. The Zenith 750 is 42 inches wide, so it's pretty close to the RV-12. In review of the RV-12 in relation to my criteria for narrowing down aircraft to build, the cost is in range with several of the others once you include the engine, avionics, prop, and paint. The delivery time is slightly faster than Sling, but much faster than Kit Fox. Build time is advertised as 800 to 1200 hours, depending on your skill and experience. Again, in line with the Sling 2, I think it's slightly more than some of the other models. I think the Zenith is more like the 600 to 700 hour range. Since the RV-12 has removable wings, this would likely make it easier for me to build the aircraft at home in my garage and then simply install the wings at the airport without a need for actual building at the airport. My current situation is I have an open hangar, so building in the hangar, it has limited light and it's an open hangar, so building there would be a little more difficult. This would allow me to completely finish the aircraft at home and then just simply install the wings at the airport, which would take 15 minutes. So that's a plus for the RV-12. The only engine choice of the Rotax 912 is good for what I'm looking for to keep cost in line, and it's something I'm familiar with. The 915 is a more complex version of this engine, but I understand how Rotax works now from all my time installing my 915, so that's something I'm familiar with. My biggest concerns with the RV-12 are twofold. First is resale. Since there are so many of them out there, they seldom sell for much more than it would cost to build them. The lack of useful load is my second concern. I would really like to have another 100 pounds of useful load so that I have the ability to take a weekend getaway in this plane. At their 1320 gross weight, it just limits it a little more than I would like. But that's a summary of the RV-12, and I appreciate you watching.